Welcome to another episode of Live with the Glitter Practitioner. That is me, Dr. Noopy. Thank you so much for joining me today for episode, who knows, I get this wrong every week. I think it might be 56, quite possibly. Anyway, thank you for joining me. And for those of you who don't know me, I am a general practitioner, a doctor in the UK, family physician, basically. And I'm also a spiritual and transformation life coach, as well as a speaker. I love chatting. I have a chatterbox. No, but I am a speaker, a real life speaker, and soon to be published author. And my absolute passion, what really lights me up, is showing and sharing with others how to bring some glitter into your life and make your soul sparkle. Really, truly understanding your whole self-health needs, physically, emotionally, psychologically, and spiritually. They are all linked. And if one's off kilter, the other one's going to follow. So it's a framework I created from my own very shitty, very painful experiences through burnout, which was 12, 13 years ago. And it was from my own journey that I put this framework together, which is my F list. And it's what I've used in clinical practice, really integrating the whole self needs, mind, body, and soul, with the conventional medical model of care, and empowering others to understand how to come back into alignment with their truest self, really. And I think the best way, I'll stop rabbiting on, the best way to show you what this feels like and how this all works and comes together, I think it's just beautifully shown in my brand story, if I say so myself. But this brand story is just a piece of heart, and it was created by my soul gangster bro, who I absolutely adore, who is insanely talented, Mr. Devin James Stinson, who has just done a fabulous job. And I pecked his head, basically going, more glitter, more glitter. I haven't got enough glitter on my eyes. Anyway, I think without further ado, I hope you enjoy. I'm sure you will. It soothes me every single week when I play it. So without further ado, thank you, kind big bro and Mr. Producer. Let's have my brand story.
Follow the light through the storm. And this is not a light that warns, it's a light that forms on the pathway ahead. So you can maneuver around disaster instead of getting stopped by the obstacles. It just takes changing the obstacles. And then the impossible turns to possible. And then the storm lifts. You're no longer adrift. Breathe, focus, you've got this. Ahead you see a figure, a kind soul, and on the inside it feels like you might glow. Your endless cycles of cyclones have been turned to a breeze that just slightly blows. You're adorned with glitter, where you literally feel like a kid again. And this is when you realize how much of your life you've missed. And then you talk more with Dr. Noopy Aurora, who will holistically change your aura, where you and the new you won't be like strangers. No, you'll be like friends. Because this whole process is simply life-changing. So if you're feeling frazzled and you want to find your fizz and dazzle, then book a call with Dr. Noopy Aurora by messaging her right here on LinkedIn.
Oh, I say this every single week. Oh my goodness, I do love that. I really do. Okay, so my amazing guest today is actually a part 2. And it's my very dear friend who I just adore. So come on down, Mr. Daviod Hansen.
Hi, Dr. Newpie. It's
Hi.
good to be back on your show.
Oh my gosh, you crazy? Oh, this is amazing. Thank you so much for coming on. I feel
Well,
like
we were just getting warmed up last time.
Yeah.
The time just totally flew by, and
Absolutely. I
we were
know.
just getting warmed up.
We've got just, I know. But I just wanted to say, I feel like I've not seen you or spoken to you for friggin' ages, which is actually true, because when I say see you, speak to you, because I always comment and chat with you on LinkedIn and through your through your beautiful posts. And I just want to say to everybody, if you haven't connected with Daviod Hansen yet, read his posts. They're beautiful. But no, it's just because I've been busy, but in a good way, doing what I love doing the most. And it just means my time on LinkedIn is, I'm still there, but it's less, but I still get to play and I love it. So anyway, so David, where should we go today? What should we talk about? What do you think? What's coming up for you?
Well, I've missed your presence or your more active presence on LinkedIn lately. But I totally understand, and I'm glad for you that you're doing what you love. You're busy doing what you love, which is the best way to be. So I'm glad for you.
Thank you.
And yeah, it's just great to talk with you again.
Me too.
And well, the company that I founded is called ZENZOOM Transformation, and it's all about transforming from the inside out, which is really the only way that's the real transformation, is from the inside out.
Yes.
And so Zen is about the inner transformation, and then Zoom is the positive ripple effect that occurs as a result.
So basically, this is very akin to the Zen Zoom. So it's the inner, so it's realigning your mind, body, soul, bringing back into balance. So you understand how to keep the glitter going, and then you can friggin' explode. Oh, that's a bit explode. I've got such a dirty mouth. I shouldn't have said that. Anyway, you're free flowing with fountains of glitter.
Yeah, Red-Eye, you're making me blush.
I know, I'm blushing too. I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh, everyone. Let me rephrase that. Okay. Fountains of glitter. Just, sticking and spreading, and it lifts, empowers, and makes other people feel better. Of course it fucking does. Right, I'm going to stop talking. Off you go. Yes, so just clarifying, it's very similar and akin to
You were cracking me up.
I'm so sorry. Right, let's hold. Come on, I've got to pull it together. Right, yes, ZenZoom. ZZ.
You're giddy from working too many long hours.
Jeez, I know. Okay, right. Okay, so ZZ is what it is. ZenZoom.
ZenZoom, that's right. Yes. And you touched on something that is really important, is that ZenZoom, the name and the symbol are inspired by the yin yang symbol, which totally, yes, there you go. Yes. There's something so profound about that symbol. I don't have any tattoos, but if I ever got a tattoo, it would probably be the yin yang.
I've got loads.
Yes.
I'm totally distracting myself and you, but yes, I've got, yes.
That is so cool.
Lotus flower was one of my first tattoos. That was coming through burnout, actually, and my hamster hand of protection all at the same time. And I was only going in for one, and I was like, oh my God, I need more. And then a Yuli on, which is a symbolism of your inner journey through life's challenges. I went for the most simplest one, and it's like lots of bumps on the lower, like mountains. And then it's coming to one.
And can Russ put you larger on the screen so I can see better?
I don't know. Yes, I'm sure he can. Excuse me, Mr. Producer. Can you see that one? There it is. You can't see some of my bracelets. There's the Yuli on there. And then I had some went in, because I love this one, which is all it. The artist who did it were her symbols for protection and light and oneness. But yeah, there. But yes,
beautiful.
and yes, the yin yang. Yes. So you
Yeah.
would have that done. Yeah, it is a beautiful symbol. And it's all about that unity, isn't it? It's the divine masculine, it's the divine feminine, and it's combining the two in perfect harmony. That's the whole thing. And
Absolutely.
it's beautiful.
That's right.
And it's within, it's not, sorry.
Your approach to wellness really resonates with me for that reason, because you have that balanced approach.
Yeah.
Mind, body, and spirit.
Yeah. And it's physical health. It's the I guess it's not just the physical health, actually. It's the conventional, it's the science brain coupled with so it's the left brain, and then the right, the creative side, the intuition, the subconscious, the magic, the mystery, all of that. But it's balancing it with grounded evidence. And that to me is the yin yang. And that is the same within yourself. It's not dependent on finding your perfect partner, for example. And it's like, oh yeah, I'll be perfect. I'll be totally aligned if so-and-so's in my life or whatever. And this is not just male and female. This is for any gender, really. But it's finding that balance within, which makes you magnetic. And you attract then the right people, the right opportunities towards you. And this I know it sounds crazy, but this is what the F list is. And it's on the surface level, it's a list. Yeah, of course it is. But the more you understand thyself, know thyself, heal, let go, accept, surrender, and trust, that's when it starts going deeper and deeper and deeper. And it's I could talk about it for hours, but it's not my turn to chit chat. It's your turn. So yes, over to you, kind sir.
Well, I think the world needs your approach to wellness. I think we need that. We need that balance. And I agree what you're saying about relationships too, that to me, the ideal would be for each person to be pretty balanced in their masculine and feminine energies, because we all have both energies. It's less about gender and it's more about an archetype for the energies, to describe the energies. But it's not so much about gender. And we both have masculine and feminine within us. And to me, the healthiest relationship was when two people who are balanced in their masculine and feminine come together. And so it's not, it's kind of romantic to say, you complete me. There's that movie where it says, you complete me.
Yeah.
And that's kind of romantic.
Yeah.
But it's also kind of codependent.
Yeah.
So,
I was just going to say, no.
And so I think
yourself.
A healthy relationship is two people that feel whole and complete and comfortable in themselves.
Yes.
And they choose to come together because that person adds happiness to their lives.
Yes.
And so they're not doing it out of neediness, out of a fear of being alone. They're doing it because they love each other and they enjoy each other. They give each other happiness. And I think that is the healthiest kind of relationship. And so that's what ZenZoom is about balancing those energies. That's an important part of it.
Amazing. Sounds amazing. ZZ ZenZoom.
Yes.
I've calmed down now. I'm not getting all silly about it all. But yes, I love that. And I think it can be platonic, romantic, sexual, but it is actually finding people, I guess, on that same level, that vibrational energy. And that only comes, she says, I sound like some granny wise oracle, and I'm so not. I'm just sharing what I have experienced and learned and have evolved from this, is that self-care. and I talk about this quite a lot actually, that self-care does not mean, which I love doing. I do love like lighting my incense and, you know, doing all the beautiful magical stuff and, you know, looking at the signs of the universe and all of that. I love it. But actually self-care is about tuning into your needs. Am I looking after these parameters? It's not just the physical, it's the emotional. Am I paying attention to the shitty, the hard stuff, the hard feels, the negative crap that keeps coming up? It's the shadow stuff. And it's allowing yourself to give yourself that time and that compassion to truly heal and truly understand how these things play out, be it in your physical health, emotional health, in your behavior, in your actions, in your choices. And once you've got a grip of that, you then can create the life that you desire. Seriously, you can do that. But that's self-care, which is self-love, which is the same. It's going inwards. And once it's the Zen, and then you can go zoom. And then you can explode. And then you can do the whole, yes, it's unconditional love outwards. And it's that reciprocation and receiving. And it's that constant cycle, give and take. And that's when it starts to mirror. And it is finding that you're drawn to certain energies, and that is the whole point. And as you start learning more about yourself, you will repel those who don't vibrate at that same energy level, and that's fine. If you're going to constantly keep evolving, you've got to let certain things go, be it habits, be it behaviors, be it people even. But not in a bad way, not in a nasty way or anything. It's served its purpose and okay. But that takes a lot of courage and a lot of inner work, and I guess a lot of trust as well. And it's following your heart is what I always say to my clients and patients even. It is following your heart and your passions truly. And I think that's your compass. But I suspect you have a very similar approach with your ZenZoom.
I do. In fact, you articulated ZenZoom so well just in what you were saying right there, because that's so what you described is so much of what it is.
Yeah.
And the Zen is about going within, and so part of that is self-love and self-care.
Yes.
And the more we love ourselves, then the greater our capacity to love and help and serve others.
Yes.
And so, you know, we have to fill our own cup so that we can serve from the overflow.
Yeah.
And so yeah, you've articulated it so well. And I agree that, you know, like bubble baths and incense and candles, you know, that's self-care, but it's so much more and so much deeper than bubble baths. It's about being true to yourself and being compassionate and loving towards yourself first, forgiving yourself, for
that's huge,
for your mistakes in life, because we're all going to make mistakes. It's part of learning. And, you know, I confess that it bothers me when I make mistakes. You know, I want to be perfect, but that's of course impossible. And I have to consciously remind myself it's okay. And I have to remind myself it's part of the learning process.
Yeah.
To make mistakes, to have failure, that's all part of the process.
Yeah.
So that's part of self-care too, is loving and forgiving ourselves and setting healthy boundaries. Because the more we love ourselves, we begin to realize our self-worth. And so we won't allow people to mistreat us anymore. Whether that's in a relationship or friendship, at the workplace, we won't allow mistreatment anymore. And it's not that we angrily demand respect. It's not that at all. It's just that we don't give our energy to people who don't treat us right.
Do you know what I thought you were going to say?
What?
I don't give a fuck about anything else or anybody else. I will do this because I value myself. Ding, ding, ding. That's what popped into my head. But yes, exactly.
Precisely. It is. It's about being true to oneself. Absolutely.
Yeah. And I think that is also being present and staying present. And that takes time, it takes consistency, and it takes awareness. And I think it always starts with awareness, actually, of being here, rather than leaking your beautiful energy. This is how I say this to patients, actually, to be present. I don't know. Do you know the movie Black Panther? I don't know if it's Marvel. I love Marvel films.
No, I'm a total superhero nerd. Yes.
Me too. Oh, we have to talk about what superhero you'd be. We'll come back to that one.
Oh, boy.
But who?
No, now I think about these questions too much.
I know who I am. I am Diana. Well, it's
yes, you are. You totally are.
Yeah. I am Diana.
Wonder Woman.
I am, absolutely. But I liken this to, you are this beautiful balloon of your unique soul essence, your phys essence. And everybody's unique in that. And it's almost like when you start overthinking, ruminating about the past, it's like there are these invisible little holes in your balloon casing, and you're leaking this energy and you're not even sure where it's going, but you're just feeling more depleted. So what starts here starts to go like this, and it's like it resonates with your physical health or emotional health, and that's what I call it, the rabbit holes of rumination, or the overthinking and the what ifs and buts. So there's these tiny little invisible holes start developing to the future, which hasn't even happened yet. And so it's like this tidal wave that's taking you across here. And it's learning how to stay encased here. So as part of some visualization breath work that I do and show other people, I was talking to a patient, genuinely, this is mid-clinic, and I kept seeing Black Panther, and I kept seeing the images of this film. And I just tuned into that. And I said to this chap, I was like, by any chance, do you watch Marvel? And he was like, yeah, I fucking love it. And I was like, I just keep getting Black Panther. So imagine you encase your balloon in the present with vibranium, because vibranium is impenetrable. You cannot get through it. Encase it, and that keeps you here. So you're not leaking this energy to the past or to the future that hasn't happened. And as you're more aware of that, this vibranium casing, you protect your auric field, because, your auric field goes way beyond. So I've got like vibranium, literally 10-mile radius kind of thing. But anyway, yes, it's a very good analogy, I think, that helps people to understand all those thoughts. You're leaking that energy. Keep it here. Get the vibranium up, basically. Protection. It's protection of your energy, isn't it? Which comes from boundaries as well.
It does. You are kind of blowing my mind with your balloon analogy and and those little leaks. I'm gonna take that concept and run with it.
Please, absolutely, please do.
I love that analogy, and it's so spot on. And then you're appealing to the nerd in me, the superhero nerd in me. I mean, you've just got the whole thing going on. Exactly what I love.
Oh, bless you. Well, I couldn't stop giggling when I was talking to this patient. He was like, oh, yeah, love it, Dr. Aurora, fantastic. And I was like, do watch Black Panther again. I think you'll find a lot of similarities or something. And I was like, it just came to me, because it is the most powerful metal going. I mean, nothing can get. Captain America's shield is made of vibranium, for heaven's sake. Of course it's real. In my head,
God, I love you more and more. The more you're just appealing to the nerd in me so much. I just love it too.
Oh, tell me, if you were, who would you be? I've already said mine. Who
Oh,
would you be?
now see, yeah, because I think about these questions too hard. So,
I love these questions, by the way.
you know, we'll come back to that. Let's come back to that because I'm going to think about it too hard.
Oh, okay, fine.
But
okay, instinctively, quick from here.
okay, well, it's also my spirit animal. Like, it's not as sexy as my true spirit animal is not as sexy as I would like it to be. Likewise, I think, honestly, I'm probably Professor Xavier of the
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Oh my goodness me. Yes.
I would love to be like some super sexy hero, but honestly, I'm probably like Professor Xavier. Yeah.
But he's like the dog's bollocks. He's like the daddy.
I don't know exactly what that means, but
nobody in the States does, apparently. So it's kind of like
it makes me laugh anyway, even though completely
naughty slang for well, physically. You know what bollocks means, though?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, okay. Balls. Oh my god, I don't know what the hell's going on today. But it means absolutely super duper incredible, the best ever. That's what it means. The dog's bollocks.
Cool.
Yeah, that's what it means. But he truly is.
Yeah.
I think if we're doing X-Men, I think oh gosh, I reckon I'd be but she self-implodes and then goes naughty. What's her name? The Phoenix, Dark Phoenix Rising.
Oh, yeah.
Jean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to be Jean.
Well, you're Jean before she turned into the Dark Phoenix.
Maybe. I quite like the Dark Phoenix though as well.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit of
no, like she's uber powerful. Yes.
Yeah, but she's so powerful she self-implodes.
Oh my god.
I don't want to be her anymore.
I am in superhero geek heaven right now.
I know, me too. I love this.
I'm loving you more and more. The more we talk, the more I love you because you are just so dialed into it. I love it.
Oh, dearie me. So what else have you got coming up? I've just realized the time and I'm just going to try and tell me any new exciting projects or anything you have coming up soon to share.
That I'm kind of working in silence to be released later. But yeah, I'm kind of working in silence right now.
Are you allowed to give a little sneaky peek?
No. Well,
no. Basically, that's fine.
We'll go back to something you were saying a while ago before we got off too far into superheroes. Is you were talking about awareness and being in the present moment, and I think that goes back to the Zen and ZenZoom, that self-awareness, and that is hugely important. And for me, meditation has really helped me to be so much more self-aware. And for example, we have this constant internal chatter going on all the time, all this self-talk going on.
Critter chatter, I call it.
Yes. And being aware of that and then recognizing, wow, like all these self-limiting beliefs and negative self-limiting beliefs that are playing in our heads, and we have to recognize that and turn it in and change that tape, throw out that tape and change it.
Sorry, fuck it off, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you guys, it's not the peace sign. That means F off in the UK.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's why I'm always doing this. F it off, focus and breathe, and flip. It's the first 3 Fs.
Is this a UK thing or is that a you thing?
It's just a me thing, actually.
Oh, okay.
No, that means F off. But I always do the double. I'm like, yeah, fuck off.
Okay.
So that is a me thing, but not to be rude or offensive to anybody, but it is to stop the critter chatter and it's
Mhm.
recognizing it, and it's blasting that dialogue, and then bringing it helps you to stay aware, and then take that step back with your breath work that helps you keep into respond mode as opposed to react mode, which is where the amygdala is going off, fear, flight, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, and then that sends the cascades down into the whole body, and then that's why you get these physical symptoms. And it's understanding that. And there is science in swearing, because it does exactly that. It's almost like a defib to stop you from going into that panic.
Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah, F it off, focus and breathe. They have to come hand in hand.
Is like a defib. I love that.
Yeah,
I love that. But it is, because it is, there's like a shock value.
Yes,
to it,
exactly.
And it's like a wake up.
Bam. And there's so much, I love swearing anyway, but there's so much power in it. I did a talk actually for it was like it was an inspirational talk for primary school, so junior high, I mean up to the age of 12 basically, before they go to high school, kids. And I'm not going to swear with children, and when I do the F list with my little patients, I don't swear, but I say, it just doesn't have the same ring, forget it. I mean, it's just so friggin' lame. Forget it, focus and breathe. I mean, there's just so much more boom with
no, it's really, it's obviously so much more forceful. It's like, get out of your negative
power. Yes, and that's the whole thing. And I read some really interesting papers about the science of swearing, and that's exactly what it does. It's the shock. It's not trying to be cool. It's not trying to be, contentious for any reason. It's not for that reason at all. It really does. It is like a short, sharp shock in the brain going bam. Let's not activate the amygdala, the lizard brain. Let's keep here so you can still respond and tap into the areas of your mind, body, soul, which is still responsive. And, you still have that level of rational thought and problem solving. And that's where the breath work comes in. So that's why always F1 and F off, focus and breathe, always come hand in hand together, because you have to come back to center and learn how to do that with your breathing, and then step out of that little sort of shell and go, okay, where's the evidence of this? That's the flip. And then progress through the F list. So yeah.
I think I like your fuck off approach better than, because another take I've heard on it is, I've heard people say to their ego, well, thank you for sharing, because your ego is trying to protect you.
Totally.
So when you have these negative thoughts and beliefs, you can say, thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
But
and I do that as well.
I think fuck off is better, because it's more
you're just basically going this. But you're absolutely right. So that's exactly how I share and teach that. It's like, okay, thank you very much, my inner critter chatter, for reminding me what it is I need to maybe, what else could this mean? What else could this be bringing up? Thank you very much. Fuck off now. You don't get to define me. I do. Bam. And then you're focusing and breathing and bringing it to center. And that's how you start integrating those lower base energies almost, and feelings and emotions, but you're taking notice of it, but you're fucking it off at the same time, because none of that needs to define you. And that is the power of your thoughts, of the power to choose what happens next. And that is incredible. And I just think I could talk about this for hours, because it's so simple, but not, because this takes time, practice, everything. But if you simplify it, which is how I say this to patients and clients, it's not simple at all. It's actually
It's simple, but it's not easy. It's
yes,
not easy.
yes. It's as complicated because there are so many other parameters going on. And that's why this all really does work, because it's simplifying it for a reason, because none of this is simple. It takes time, but it doesn't have to be complicated. That's the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I think I've just hijacked that conversation. I'm so sorry. I can't help it when I'm talking about this.
But it begins with that self-awareness, because most of the time we have this chatter going on and we don't even know that it's going on.
Yeah, I wasn't very self-aware there, really, was I?
But it is. It's all about the self-awareness. You have to even know that you have that chatter going on before you can tell it to fuck off. You know?
Totally.
So I love
that.
I love that.
Thank you. Thank you. I think we need to have another section of this. I think we need to do a part 3.
I love that. I love our talk.
So do I. I do. Just time flies, and I actually forgot that we're on camera as well. I'm just like so engrossed, seriously. So thank you so much for joining me for part 2. It literally has felt like about 10 minutes. All your contact details I can see coming up here. So is there any other way people can get hold of you if they want to get in touch with you with regards to ZenZoom? Is it mainly on LinkedIn? Is there any other way of contacting?
Yes, right now, so far, the best way to reach me is through LinkedIn.
Fabulous.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me on your show again.
Oh,
I love our talks. Love our talks.
Same. Me too. And let's schedule some more time. Definitely. I've just realized something. Look. Oh, what? We're so in tune. We're so in tune. I know. I was like, wow. Anyway, don't go anywhere. I'll come and join you in the green room and wrap up.
Thanks, Dr. Newby.
Oh, well, that was a bit giddy, and I kind of did hijack some of that conversation. But when I start talking and sharing, and especially when you have other people who just get it, oh my goodness me, it's just completely lights me up. Anyway, thank you for joining us today. Do let me know in comments where you have tuned in from. I always love saying hi and chit-chatting away. And just as a reminder, you will find me here on LinkedIn every Monday at 8 p.m. GMT, which is 12 noon Pacific Standard Time. And you can also find me on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all under The Glitter Practitioner. Have an amazing week, and I shall see you again very soon. Bye.